Everyone on the planet is born with the stuff. But author Sharlee Jeter is here today with core elements that can help you through your life and help you overcome and rise above challenges. And Sharlee, I have to tell you, when I first knew that you were writing a book and I heard about it and I knew it was motivational, first of all, so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
We've been chit-chatting. But I have to tell you, I thought it was all about, okay, look at these amazing people who are accomplishing big things, like your brother or like the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and then seeing what they can do. And really, you go and meet people, meet families who are dealing with their most difficult obstacles. This must have changed you, this whole process.
Completely. And it was important to me and my co-author, Dr. Davis, to go out and meet people that were like ordinary families that we could all relate to. Not to go find a celebrity or somebody that would, people could say, you know, they have this because they have this amount of money, or they have access to different things that I don't have access to. Let's find everyday people that we can all relate to. And we met with hundreds of people.
Well, I said the stuff kind of uniquely, not on purpose, in the sense it is on purpose because it is the title of your book. And I know you wanted to dive in a self-help book, but you say you're not a fan of self-help books, so you wanted to do it a little differently.
Yeah, I mean, I'm somebody who feels like, you know, when you pick up a self-help book, you know, if you don't do everything exactly the way that it's written, then you feel like a failure. You don't feel like you've accomplished something. So it was really important to us to have a book that was, you know, written with nice, you know, really full stories in it. Also have some science as well to back up our findings, but want to make sure that, you know, people knew, the readers knew that there was no way to fail when going through this process and going on the journey of realizing your stuff.
Because you can pick it up at any time and jump into these stories.
Right.
Right. I love how you and Dr. Davis first came about with the idea to write this book. And you're both looking at each other saying, I've had that moment in life where I've thought, do I have the stuff? And yours is particularly poignant, his as well. But share with us those times when you said, do I have this? Do I have this to overcome what I'm facing?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is an interesting story because Dr. Davis goes around the country speaking for the past 15 to 20 years about his journey of overcoming his upbringing in Newark, New Jersey, and becoming a physician, and a successful physician at that. Me and him were talking actually on a flight back from here. We came down here for a baseball clinic that my foundation had, and we're talking, and he had this great book idea, and it was, you know, interviewing people or going out and meeting people that had overcome huge obstacles. And then he said at the end, I want to see if there's a common gene that each of them share. And I went like from this to like, you know, please don't make me read that book, because, you know, I don't want to have to do research. I believe, you know, through the work that I do with kids for over 20 years, you know, I believe that we all have this inner fortitude within us, this stuff. So I told him he might really be onto something if he could figure out what are those core qualities that people had opposed to this common gene.
Well, you talked about the 11 core, and I know you had to dive in to your core. You're having this stuff because you're very open and talking about being a cancer survivor in here, which has got to be, what, therapeutic in a way, and it's got to be a different way of giving back to share your story. Yeah,
well, I mean, I just kind of fell on this. When we were talking about this project, Dr. Davis says to me, he says, you know, you have the stuff. We didn't call it the stuff at that point, but you have this inner fortitude. You know, you went through something in college and beat Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I commuted back and forth from Atlanta to Sloan Kettering in New York every other Friday and continued staying in school because I didn't want to leave my friends at the time. But I didn't view it as having anything. I just thought I didn't want to move back home. I'm in college, you know, no one wants to leave your senior year of school. And he says, you know, it's nuts that you just believe that, you know, this is just everyday occurrence and people just do this. So I told him that if I had something that was, you know, so awesome when I was in college, I want to know what it was so I could use it moving forward.
Absolutely. So your brother wrote a really nice foreword. I can imagine that your family's so proud of you. It was also very telling to see how hard it was for him and your entire family to watch you go through that. And so what's been their reaction overall to your book? Because I know you guys are very close.
Yeah, they've had a great reaction. They were very supportive. They helped me out a lot. My father was instrumental in building a team of doctors and psychologists to help us out, to make sure that we had some validity behind our findings. So, you know, it's something, my family's very close, so we worked together on absolutely everything, so it was a great process.
Well, I think, again, we need to say, where can people get their hands on it? It is The Stuff. Where's the easiest way to get it?
You can go to our website, which is thestuffmovement.com, and all the links are there, but anywhere books are sold, Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
The Stuff Movement. I like
It's
that.
hashtag The Stuff Movement.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
you.
It's a real
Charlie,
treat to meet you.
Yeah,
You bet.
good to see you.